What do you think is a complete waste of money? What was your biggest, "Sir, this is a Wendy's" moment? You're Elon Musk. You just bought Reddit. How do you drive it to the ground? Rank all the accounts based on karma. Ban the bottom 50%, only the karma farmers get to remain. Monthly subscription to become the moderator. That one does sound like something he'd do. Limit posts to 20 characters. What would be the point of Reddit at that point, huh? Like, 20 characters, you can't do anything. Your username must be your real name. No more anonymity for you, dirty plebs. Anonymous names only for $8 a month. Require personal info to create accounts. And a credit card number. Remove all NSFW content reminiscent of the Tumblr purge. Eliminate old Reddit as an option. Hold on there. OP said you're Elon, not Satan. I was gonna say what's the difference, but Elon is not smart enough to be Satan. Limit the number of posts and comments you can make in a day. Subscribe to Reddit Premium for unlimited posts and comments. That might reduce the spam bots and actually make Reddit better. Yeah, we need bad ideas, things that run it to the ground. There will be a pyramid structure, multiple level of subscription. The Redditors on highest subscription level can delete comments of other Redditors. Rename it Rocket, and only SpaceX advertising posts are allowed. That's just stupid enough that he might actually try it. What is a TV show you could watch over and over again? Futurama. While I heavily agree, I unfortunately can't because I have Hulu with ads, and that is a nightmare. Good years of The Simpsons. So like the first few seasons. Star Trek: The Next Generation. I should really give Star Trek a try at some point because I do really like the universe it's built in. Golden Girls, Cheers, Frasier, Parks and Rec. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Absolutely, but it has the same problem as Futurama because I have Hulu with ads and I just don't want to see ads. Community. We have those 6 seasons, but I'm still waiting for the movie. Scrubs. Does anybody know where you can watch Scrubs? Because I really want to rewatch it. Better Call Saul. Look, at some point I'll get to it because I do like Breaking Bad. The Office. It's so comforting to me and I watch it as I fall asleep most nights. You wake up a billionaire, but not with money. What do you have a billion of instead? Acres of land. So you basically own the entirety of the United States. Paid days off from work. Oh, that would be so oh, that's so good. 1 billion of garlic bread. Oh, that's awesome. You could just eat it and you never get fat. Wishes that go exactly as I want them to, with no monkey's paw or clown's nose or any of the like. Reasons to smile. Way too wholesome for Reddit. Yeah, you gotta get out of here, man. It's not safe for you here. 1 billion breaths of air left. Nice. Apparently that is 100 to 125 years worth. I guess I will concentrate on breathing slowly. I can stretch that to 130. Cans of lemon pledge. Either you really like cleaning or this is a joke that I don't get. 1 billion crows, because nobody would be brave enough to defy me. And you'd have billions of shiny gifts from your new buddies. 1 billion Alaska snow crabs. Are you trying to get Deadliest Catch taken off the air? Lego pieces. Okay, you'd either have to have them all organized or you're never gonna find the piece you need, or you're just having it in a big vault so you can Scrooge McDuck people, i.e. throw them into a pit of Legos and kill them. Slices of shelf-stable pizza. Apple stock, which I promptly sell to buy land. Why wouldn't you just get land then? I mean, with Apple stock, I guess you'd also have money and land, so I see it. What is something that is considered completely normal to the general public, but is extremely weird if you really think about it? The realization that every person I encounter has a life just as complex as mine. Though there are still people that are just definitely NPCs, like zero thoughts, they're just kind of filler. Clapping your hands as a sign of approval. You know, I never really thought about it, but yeah, it is kind of strange. Ties, a dangly piece of fabric that serves no purpose but makes you more classy when you wear it. Telling people you are trying for a baby. We've pulled the goalies. I've never heard that last expression, but that is actually so funny. Wearing bikinis/short swimming trunk at public pool is okay, but underwear at home or front yard/backyard around little kids is inappropriate. I see what you're getting at, but at the same time, are you wanting to go outside in your underwear? Like, it's a little weird. Smiling. For pretty much every other species with teeth, showing them is a warning. That's why I smile at people. It's to let them know that I'm about to get them. Sitting on an old man's lap in the middle of a mall while telling him your desires and getting a photo taken. I'm very happy my parents didn't let me do that. Laughing. You find something funny, so you uncontrollably yell at it in different tones, often as a group. Taking the stream of dead cells slowly being pushed out of your head and fingertips and trimming/coloring/styling them. Even stranger, going to a special place and spending a bunch of money to have someone else do it for you. It's really only when you put it in the perspective that hair and fingernails are dead cells. Words. Why does a word stand for a thing it stands for? Who made it up once and was like, that must be it. Edit. LOL, didn't expect this to blow up like it did. My most upvoted post on Reddit is about a shower thought. My biggest gripe is the English language, how we have a lot of words that share the same exact pronunciation but are spelled differently and mean completely different things. That despite not being even remotely adapted for it, we've designed several methods of swimming. Who is your favorite comedian? It used to be Mitch. It still is, but it used to be too. I will add Dylan Moran to the mix here. Nick Mullen. The best part of Nick Mullen is the moment before he says a horrible thing and you realize he has no control over the monster. He is a slave to his comedy. My dad. Aw, that's sweet, but it is a pity laugh, right? Eddie Murphy. While in some regards some of his material might be problematic by today's standards, his old stand-up was really funny. Who is the best lyricist in hip-hop/rap history? It's gotta be the MF Doom. I would submit Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Mos Def. It's like nobody has listened to mathematics. Rakim. Vocabulary like no other. Probably one of the best similes in rap history. I hold the microphone like a grudge. Drops mic. Nas. Andre 3000. Why yo breath smell like birdseed? KRS-One. Lupe Fiasco for me. Shouts out to Doom, Aesop, and Andre 3K as well. Non-Americans, what's the nastiest American food ever? Some of the savory Jell-O recipes from the 50s and 60s look grim. They make up for it by also tasting grim. Those Midwestern fruit salads where half of the ingredients is marshmallow fluff or mini marshmallows, Jell-O, whipped cream. I have a high tolerance for American food, but I cannot handle these or even comprehend why and how they exist. Basically anything that non-Americans think is gross, but still think Americans regularly eat, like canned spray cheese. I don't think I've ever even seen that used by another person in real life, much less eaten it myself. Your cheese-like substances. Cheese Whiz and Kraft Singles, for instance. Okay, whoa, calm down. Kraft Singles? That's the only good thing we've made. Air quote on good. I am American, but I would have to say the sugary icing they put on grocery store cakes. That's the main reason I can't eat cake anymore. It's just the frosting is so thick and sweet, I just can't. Every video of those white women mixing ungodly amounts of cheese, Cheetos, and whatever. Please don't think that is the norm. Yeah, that is not normal. People do not dump cans of nacho cheese onto their countertop and mix it all together to make air quote nachos. Boiled peanuts. My wife loves them, and every time we drove through South Carolina, we had to stop and buy them. The stench was so bad, I would have to roll the windows down. Those peanuts and Lindsey Graham are on my top 2 hate list for that state. A summary of all these conversations. Non-American? All your cheap processed garbage. American? But we got other stuff too. I mean, it's true. We do have other things. What's the most overrated movie of all time? Shakespeare in Love won Best Picture. Saving Private Ryan lost to it. I don't think people understand what overrated means. The Wolf of Wall Street didn't even have any wolves in it. And how can there be a wall on a street? Like, that doesn't work. How do you drive? The English Patient. I agree with Elaine from Seinfeld. I hate it. The Notebook. I don't know. That movie kind of just disappeared after like 2013 or whenever it came out. Avatar. Not that it was bad at all. One of my favorite movies. But its box office mega haul was less because of the movie, but of the visuals and actual use of 3D, which was still more of a novelty at the time. Watch it on a computer and it is an entertaining, if rather forgettable flick. Still insane that James Cameron thinks he's gonna make 6 of these when 13 years later he's giving us the second one like no one remembers the first one. 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I don't know. I thought that movie was the It was something for sure. Grease. It sucks with a bad message, cheesy overrated music, and melodramatic acting. They all looked 30. They all were 30. Yeah, once you're out of high school, you realize, all these people should not be in high school. I have to chime in with La La Land. Up for so many Academy Awards, so much hype. Even the opening musical number is kind of cool. Then it devolves into a white boy trying to save jazz with the least jazzy song ever. It is such a bunch of tripe. Hilariously, There was a big spike in attendance at jazz gigs after its release, though. Alright, now La La Land is my favorite movie, so I will hear your point. But I raise you this. Shut up. What's on your mind right this very minute? Lunch. What's good? Coffee cup is empty. You want anything while I'm up? Oh yeah, actually, if you could get me like $300, that'd be sick. I only have to wait a few more hours and I'll be seeing Method Man and Redman live. Been on my mind for weeks. I'm so excited. I have an essay due for Monday afternoon and I haven't even started. Well, what are you doing on Reddit? Go do your homework. The girl I just had a first date with. Need to brush my teeth. That does remind me, I need to schedule a dentist appointment to get all my teeth taken out. My wife's ass. Now I'm also thinking about this man's wife's ass. I'm thinking about this man thinking about another man's wife's ass. You know, I was gonna say I was thinking about that man who's thinking about that other man who's thinking about that other man's wife's ass, but I'd be lying. I'm thinking about that man's. The outer tip of the ceiling fan blade is making a much bigger rotation than the end of the blade closest to the light, but they make the rotation at the same time. So is the outer tip of the fan moving faster? Look man, I just work here. I don't know physics. Just buy a fan and move on. What are you fucking sick of? This fucking tinnitus. That's why I have a constant noise happening around me, otherwise I will go crazy. The cost of living, barely having any money at the end of the month after paying mortgage, groceries, electricity, and gas. I'm sorry, you have a mortgage? I wish I were you. Political ads. Well, you're in luck because the midterms did finally end. Now you just get to wait another 2 years to see even more. Cleaning this fucking apartment. It's just dishes, vacuuming, laundry, etc. every single day forever. Take your fucking phone off speaker. The unrivaled confidence you have to just have your phone on speaker in public is ridiculous. Ads. Ads are pretty annoying. That's why I have YouTube Premium. Hi, I'm Susan Wojcicki. My mind making me feel guilty about making big purchases. No, that's a normal feeling, I think. Especially if you don't often have money, you feel like the biggest piece of shit when you buy something you want. My period. I'm 49 and never having another child. This bleeding every month is fucking bullshit. I'm so fucking sick and tired of the Photoshop. People keep talking about this shop and I've never seen it, but I really want to get some photos. What show has no likable characters? Toddlers and tiaras. I don't like the parents and just pity the kids. I watched the only season of The Mist TV series and I was rooting for The Mist to kill everyone. Friends from college, but I think that was the point. Today in Parliament, I like Larry the Cat. How to Get Away with Murder. It's a slow burn on hating every single character. From the very start, there is maybe one likable character, and as the series reaches its climax, every single character becomes an unlikable mythomaniac sociopath. Succession. They are all awful people. Tiger King. From what I know about it, yeah, none of those people were really good people, but I also haven't seen it, so I don't fucking know. My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Just the worst. Grey's Anatomy. The only nice thing I can say about that show is that the writers seem to hate those characters as much as I do and keep putting them in plane crashes and to kill off a few. Seemingly, it's just a really bad omen to work at that hospital in Grey's Anatomy, so why hasn't anyone tried finding a new job? Riverdale. You obviously just don't understand the epic highs and lows of high school football. When I first saw that scene, how? Who thought this was good? Who thought this was a good line? Lena Dunham's Girls. I always feel like smacking some sense into all the characters. The View. Technically they aren't characters, but close enough. Glee. There are some characters that are okay though. But seriously, if I could go into the universe of any show, I would go into Glee just so I can fucking murder Rachel Berry. What is the most dangerous thing people don't realize is all that dangerous? The pin setters in a bowling alley. They are well over 1,000 pounds of mechanized death by steel and moving belts. Some of the scariest moments of my life have been me running/slapping the 6 feet between me and the emergency shutoff behind the front desk as a toddler runs, slipping and sliding down the lane while their parents or guardians are laughing by the table because they thought it was cute. Even experienced pin setter mechanics have been crushed to death during scheduled maintenance. Pin setters are machines of convenience, entertainment, and death. The ocean. One change of the tide and you can be a goner if you're not paying attention. That's why I think the beach is overrated. And I also hate sand. It's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. Ice/black ice is extremely dangerous. My grandpa was putting salt down after an ice storm the day after Christmas. My dad was in town visiting and insisted Grandpa stay off the ice. Grandpa fell right in front of my dad, hit his head hard. Woke up once in the hospital when my grandma was by his inside and then passed. When I see those fail videos of people slipping on ice, I cringe. Stress. Agreed. This past year has been the most stressful year of my life with my new job. Was sick more this year than I have been my whole life. Pressure washers. The more powerful ones can inject water into you through your skin if you put a body part too close to the nozzle. Getting in and out of a wet shower or bathtub. That just sounds like a skill issue to me. Using rocks from a river to make a fire pit. Is that bad? What? You need to explain yourself. Bright colors in the wild. Don't go near. Stay the f*** away from me. Tulips, presumably. Yeah, that is a general rule of thumb. If you see something really bright and colorful out in the woods, don't touch it, just at all. Crowds. I mean, after the few years we've had stuck inside, and after Travis Scott, I think we should know by now. What sucks, has sucked, and always will suck? Dementia/Alzheimer's. Honestly, the things I've heard about dementia and Alzheimer's, it's just horrible. Back injury/pain. Yeah, I can contest on that. I just have back pain all the time, so how? Walking in a spider web. Nothing can ruin my day faster than walking into those invisible strings and then you just feel it on you because they break off when you try and get it and it's just everywhere. Mosquitoes. Thank God I haven't had to deal with those things in so long. Having bad teeth. Having a toothache. When your teeth start a-hurtin', that's when you know your wallet is too. Being poor. Stubbing your toe on your bed frame. Stubbing your toe on any part of your house or anything is just awful. Unskippable ads. I'll throw in something here. Those mobile ads that have a fake X, so you think you can close it, but it'll still just bring you to the app store when you try and press it. That slushy snow that happens when it rains after a snowstorm. One time I actually almost got my car fully stuck in that because it acted like sand. I just couldn't drive. What's a movie that can be identified by one quote? Hasta la vista, baby. You built a time machine out of a DeLorean? I know you don't come here for the good impressions. I actually don't know why you're here anyways. How'd you get in my house? To infinity and beyond! My precious. I can't do Smeagol, you know it. Draw me like one of your French girls. Ah, Ratatouille. I will find you, and I will kill you. Here's Johnny. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? A wizard. Why so serious? What's something you once strongly believed and now don't believe at all? That karma would punish the bad people eventually. Even in Hinduism, effectively the source of karma in the modern world is but when they die, they'll turn into a worm in their next life, and that's their karmic punishment. Cool. Good to know that being a bug for a month makes up for 70 plus years of being a dick. I used to think everyone is genuinely nice with no hidden agendas, and that made me trust everyone easily. Probably for the best that you stop believing in that. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't be trusted. That adults have everything figured out and their life is a smooth journey on a fixed path. Whoever told you that, I don't know why they would, because my lord, no we don't. Working hard can get you anything you want. Hard work is important and can get you really far, but certain achievements take a lot of luck as well. That I'll figure out life when I grow up. Don't grow up. I'm already grown. That food pyramid we were taught in school for what our diet should consist of. Did you know that pizza is a vegetable? WWE. Oh wait, so Undertaker didn't actually return from the dead? Oh buddy, no, yeah he did. He definitely came back from the dead. It's fine, yeah. What crime are you okay with people committing? Nice try, police. Pirating content that is no longer available to be purchased legally. Nintendo. Oh, something stuck in my throat there. Emulating games that are nearly impossible to play otherwise. Pirating college textbooks. Those companies are fucking crooks, soaking kids who are compelled to buy their books and updating to a new edition where 95% of the updates are just changing the numbers in the assignment so you can't make do with the old edition. Like such a huge scam on top of kids already paying insane amounts to go to college. Dumpster diving and curb finding. That's just reduce, reuse, recycle in action, bro. Lunch ladies giving kids food if they can't afford it. I remember a lunch lady kind of shamed a kid who just didn't have money and forced him to walk away. Weird behavior to shame a child for their parents not having money for them. Plugging change into parking meters for cars that are not yours. I wipe chalk off tires if I notice it. I still can't believe that just putting extra change into parking meters is illegal. Come on. Smuggling prescription meds from Mexico, like insulin and inhalers, because the costs are absurd in the US. What are you sick of people trying to convince you is great? I've I've been with my boyfriend for almost 6 years, the only BF I've ever had. We met in high school and now I'm almost done with uni. People constantly try to convince me that I should break up with him and be with more people because I'm missing something. I don't get why I have to eat first and then get to appreciate a loving relationship. Working yourself to death for a retirement that may or may not happen. Live now, not chasing this hustle culture that puts you in the grave with more regrets than dollars in your pocket. TikTok trends, social media influencers. Yeah, but those you can just ignore. You're like, who cares? Waking up at the crack of dawn just to get a head start on the day. Okay, but I do think that is nice sometimes, but it's not an everyday thing. Crypto. Wait, actually, it is great. Let me tell you about it. Oh, no thank you. Next answer, please. Going gluten-free. It's dumb. I have celiac disease, and that's why I think it's stupid that people choose to give up something that's actually good for you, and I don't have a choice. Oh my god, running. Runners are such evangelists. Running will change my life, apparently. F that. I did couch to 5K just to shut them up. Successfully completed it a week early. Hated every single minute, but now I have the proof it's not for me. Edit. Wowie, friends. Way to prove my point. Runners just can't give up with this shit. Why are people presuming from this I do no exercise? I swim laps several times per week and I don't bitch about it, but people just want to convert me. Runners cannot believe I prefer swimming. Also, I ran 3 times per week for at least half an hour each time across the various COVID lockdowns, approximately 6 months. I gave it a fair go. Still hated it. YouTube Premium. OMG, you haven't subscribed yet? No, and I won't, so please shut up about it. I want to meet these people that recommend you YouTube Premium. Well, I'm right here. Hi, I'm Susan Wojcicki again. TikTok. I don't GAF about some Vine recreation. Fast and Furious movies. Who tries to convince you these are great? I thought they were widely known as the stereotypical shitty blockbuster. What do you immediately judge as trashy? Littering. There's really no excuse for you to throw your trash at your car door or just drop it as you're walking along. People with zero manners and no self-awareness. Like when you're walking past a group of people that are taking up the entire sidewalk and they all just expect you to be the one to move out of the way. Or when someone gets irrationally angry at a fast food/retail worker for a simple mistake. People with young kids who aren't paying attention to them in public and letting them do whatever. Yeah, that's extremely dangerous because kids will just walk up to people and you do not know what those people will do to your kid. People proclaiming they have haters. Like, yeah, sure, you have haters. It's because you're annoying. People who talk loudly while eating and giving no care to the food projectiles flying out of their gullet. The word gullet really cinched this comment. People who use naming their children to show off how quirky or creative they are. Your child has to live with that name forever. It's not an excuse to show how cool you are. Look, all I'm saying is Vine compilation is a really pretty name for a little girl. Roommate said a good one. Truck nuts. The fake people hang under their pickup truck. If you thought it was smart to get truck nuts, your dad might be dumb. What was your biggest, sir, this is a Wendy's moment? It was a Burger King, but a woman came in irate with a bag full of Burger King garbage that someone had dumped on the side of the road. How could you pollute like this? Ma'am, we sold the food. The person who threw it out littered. We did not and agree that's a bad thing. She demanded to know why we didn't encourage better disposal of our food containers, and my manager, bless you, Tina, just slowly rotated the bag without saying a word to show the graphic printed clearly on it that suggests people dispose of their garbage responsibly. The woman was just silent for a hot second before yelling how we should remove "Home of the Whopper" from our signage and replace it with "Please dispose of your garbage carefully," and then stormed out. She is justified to be mad about the litter, but she really threw that hatred at the wrong people. I would like to complain about your cat food selection. Direct quote. Miss, this is the pharmacy, so you admit that your cat food selection isn't great. I've personally tasted every brand and they are all delicious. A woman asked me where something in a store was. I stood there awkwardly, being a 13-year-old trying to sell Girl Scout cookies. I got into an argument with her on whether or not if I worked there, and she brought out the manager who took one look at me and said I didn't and that he had never seen me in his life. Ma'am, I don't work here. Excuse me? Yes, you do. I'll prove it. When I was in college, a few friends and I went to Disney World. In Animal Kingdom, one friend bought one of those safari hats as a souvenir. Well, later in the day, we happened to be looking at a couple of sleeping gorillas on the animal trail, and this man walks up to my friend and says, "Excuse me, sir, what time do the gorillas wake up?" We still laugh about the absurdity of this question 20-some years later. later. When my wife was interviewing, the interviewer inquired her how she would respond if there was a elephant in the room. Since she was unfamiliar with the expression, she continued by describing in great detail all the options she would think of to help remove the elephant from the room. She wasn't aware that they had let her continue the interview until she subsequently revealed it to me. Someone tried to drop off their cat at the child care center I work at. Verbal directions to the cat kennel were unsuccessful. We had to walk them outside and point to the building. You know, you'd think that people have pretty good common sense, but it's less likely than you think. Used to work at Wendy's in high school, and there was an A&W on the opposite end of the plaza that we were in. It happened more often than you would think that someone came through and asked for a teen burger or a mama burger. I think one time some guy asked for a Whopper too. Ma'am, this is literally a Wendy's. Once, a woman called into Home Depot's customer service and waited for an hour to speak to someone. When she finally got to me, she spent 15 minutes going on and on about the product that she needed. I figured it out about 3 minutes into the call, but waited for her to be done before I told her she confused us with Office Depot. Have you ever made the mistake of going into a Target with a red shirt and khaki pants? Yup. A woman asked me where the crosswords were. I said, I'm not sure. I never really do those. I think she reported me to a manager, but I was already gone. My shirt also said Papa John's on it and had pizza stains all over it, LOL. What do you think is a complete waste of money? Extended warranty on low-cost goods. Internet service providers that still don't offer unlimited data plans. Even places that have unlimited data plans are a scam because in our Lord's year of 2022, where a lot of people are working from home, internet should not cost even more. Little edible gold flakes on food. If you pay extra for food that just has like gold leaf all over it, you are stupid. Buying a new phone every year. Shout out Apple for purposely breaking their old phones when they release a new one. Reddit awards. Controversial opinion on Reddit, but Funko Pops. Uh-oh, you need to get to the bunker. They're coming for you. Smoking/vaping. It's true. It's such a money sink for literally nothing. Don't ever try it. Spending a load on a wedding. Could never understand it. And it's also a massive joke to expect your guests to fork out a ton on gifts, an outfit, and if you're part of the wedding party, there are a ton of other expenses. Obedience school for cats. I thought that's why people liked cats, is that they don't listen to you. Skins. Thought you were talking about human skin for a second. I was very confused, but yeah, video game skins, just not worth it. High-end fashion. There is a cutoff point where extra money spent is just purely for the name, and there is no improvement in quality or appearance of clothing, like Gucci, etc. The stuff always looks tacky in my opinion. Food delivery through apps such as Uber Eats, Foodora, DoorDash, etc. Inflated menu prices to cover the cost of the platform cut and then the platform service fees? Nah, I'm good. Edit. Y'all, I said delivery through apps. Delivery existed before these platforms and delivery can exist without them. Did you know that DoorDash is doubling tax because all of the food prices is with tax included from the restaurant when you're normally buying it, and then they throw tax on after as well? A blue dot on Twitter. It is funny to see people clowning mega corporations right now. That's the only good use for it. MLM scams. All MLMs are scams, LOL. Buying lottery tickets, LOL. Hey, I mean, I could have a chance, you know. Anything made by Supreme. Skins in video games. 16-year-old me wasted so much money in Overwatch. How many times have I seen this post in the last couple days? Anyways, NFTs is complete waste of money. I'm glad NFTs have mostly disappeared from my, information sphere. The new iPad 10. Honestly, most new iPads only upgrade every few years, not every year. Fake fingernails. I mean, hey, acrylics look kinda nice, but I don't know if I could ever really have them. But maybe. Reddit, what are your thoughts on peeing in the shower? Look, if you're sharing the bathroom, then probably don't, but if it's all yours, go for it. I'm all for it. The person in the shower, not so much. Just pee at the beginning so the pee can be washed down. Doing it after you turn the water off is just rude. And peeing in other people's showers when it's not running is out of the question. Okay, what maniacs are peeing after they turn the water off? At that point, use the toilet. Showers are just urinals you can wash your hair in. Are you saying I shouldn't wash my hair in urinals? It's not advised, but you're your own person, I guess. As long as you are the person showering. Pee and let pee. Night before shower, so never have this issue. Done. Wait, how do I clean the turd from the drain? Waffle stomp. You really can't beat the classics. It's the only place I can pee while standing. If peeing in the shower is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's all connected, ending up in the same sewage pipe, then to the water treatment plant, and about a couple weeks later, you're drinking it again. So it really doesn't matter. I remember somebody tried telling me that if you pee in the shower, it just instantly gets cycled back and gets poured on you, but no, that's not how that works. There are two kinds of people in this world. People who pee in the shower and liars. Well, would you look at the time? I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brandon, and I will see you in another one. Bye!